What's up, you guys? Today I'm going to be doing this Rihanna inspired look. I found this picture of Rihanna. It was on Facebook. It was on one of these random pages that I liked. I thought it was a really good inspiration picture, though. I hadn't seen anybody else do it. So if you want to see the picture I'm talking about, then check the description down below and I will have a link to it. But yeah, if you guys like how this looks, then please keep on watching. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to use is this E.L.F. Mineral Face Primer in Tone Adjusting Green, and I'm using this because I have redness in my face and, you know, gotta counteract that. You can't believe stuff out right. Alright, so for foundation, I'm going to be using this Hard Candy Glamouflage foundation in Fair. And I'm going to be applying that with a Expert face brush by Real Techniques. Since I got the streak marks from hell on my face now, I'm going to blend that out with this damp beauty blender. So, you know, it doesn't look like you just took a paintbrush and caked down your face, which is what I just did. Okay, so I'm going to skip concealer just for now, and I'm going to move straight on to the eyes. So I'm going to use this Urban Decay primer in Sin because it's got a pinky undertone. And I think that since this is a pinky undertone kind of eyeshadow, it works. So I gotta really stop doing that little after I talk. That's probably annoying to people. Ew, gross. Ball of shit. On my foot. Nasty. Alright, so I'm going to take this little 100 eyeshadow palette by E.L.F. I'm going to take this magenta kind of red pink color. I don't really know how to explain this, but I'm going to take that and I'm going to take a blending brush like this. And I'm going to start off by applying this into the crease area. So I wanted this to be my first look because, well, number one, I love Rihanna, but I noticed a lot of people were asking for tutorials from other YouTubers on this and nobody had posted one yet, so I thought, why not I just post one and try it out? Why not? I sound like such a douche. Alright, I'm going to take this Naked 3 palette by Urban Decay and I'm going to take the shade called Buzz, which is kind of similar to the color I just used, and I'm just using this to make it a little bit more, I guess, kind of shimmery. That's the word I'm looking for. Thick Limit, which is this color here. All my eyeshadows just fell, and I don't want them to fall out again. And I'm going to put this a little bit above the eyeshadow that I just applied because I still want it to be pink, but I don't want it to be as vibrant, and this is also going to help kind of tone this down and blend out those shadows better. I'm just using this Urban Decay blending brush. I don't remember what it's called, the name is rubbed off. Okay. So I'm going to take this Maybelline Color Tattoo. I don't remember what it's called, so I'll leave it in the description because I don't remember what it's called. called because I ripped the name off. And it's just this shimmery, pearly kind of white color, and I'm going to use this on my lid so the eyeshadow that I put there will be much more vibrant than it would be right now. I couldn't really tell from the picture because the picture I saw wasn't that great quality, but it kind of looks like a light shimmery kind of gray color, so I'm going to take this shade right here from that E.L.F palette I used earlier, and I'm going to take a small shader brush. Small shader brush? That's not. Okay, I'm going to take this small shader brush. This is a shadow brush by Urban Decay. I'm just going to pack that eyeshadow onto the lid. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm going to take this little NYC Individual Eyes quad. This is in this is in Midtown Mauve. And I'm going to use this color up here. It's kind of like a burgundy, purpley color. And I'm going to use this on the outer corner with a small dome-shaped shadow brush. I sound so enthused, don't I? Sorry, guys. Some of you may be wondering, where am I going to wear a look like this? Well, I like to cake my face in makeup every day, so I would wear this every day. But if you don't usually like to wear your makeup very heavy, then I guess like you could wear this, I don't know, you could wear this to the club, you could wear this for a night out, wear it on a date, you could wear it to church. You can wear it to go see your grandma. I personally like to wear it to go to McDonald's because I like to look good with people at McDonald's. I'm going to take my blending brush again and I'm going to blend this. And see, this is why it's a good thing that we haven't done anything else, because then we'd have shit all over our face. And when you get shit all over your face, you just got issues. Okay, I'm gonna go back to that Naked 3 palette, and I can't tell in the picture she's got like black in the outer corner, but I'm gonna pretend she does because this isn't dark enough for me. So I'm gonna take that same Naked 3 palette and I'm gonna use the shade Blackheart, which is a black eyeshadow with red shimmer in it. And I'm just gonna lightly put this on the outer corner. Okay. So, next, I'm just going to step back into, you know what, no. I'm going to go back to that little NYC quad, and I'm going to take this ivory, pretty matte white shade here at the top, and I'm going to just place that on my brow bone. So yeah, I'm aware that this probably doesn't look exactly like hers. That's why it's called an inspired look, so don't give me shit in the comments like I know some people will. This is so much fun, actually. I feel like I can be myself until, you know, people are mean in the comments. They're just kind of like, oh my god, you're so much professional. My favorite YouTubers out there is Batlash, and she's pretty real. She talks the same way, similarly, kind of. So, she's kind of like my inspiration for all this. Once again, can't tell exactly she does, but I'm gonna assume she does. I'm gonna take this liner in Carbon Black by L'Oreal, and I'm going to create a small cat eye and a thin liner. And the reason I'm doing it thin is because I can't really tell if she has any, but if she does, it's not very much, so yeah. All right, so while that's drying, I'm gonna move back onto the face. So I'm gonna conceal so I can clean up and, you know, conceal all the crap on my face. So I'm gonna start off by taking this Glamouflage Concealer by Hard Candy. This is in light medium. And I'm going to use this to conceal and highlight my face as well, because I'll look weird when I don't, so. Cute, right? So I'm going to take my damp beauty blender again, and I'm just going to blend this out. Okay, I'm gonna start contouring my face now. I'm gonna use the Maybelline Fit Me Shine Free Stick in the shade Coconut. This is shit tons darker than me, so. On the lip, on the jawline. Feel like medium double chin. Gotta hide that shit. Down my big nose. I think I have a big nose. Okay, cool.
Looks like that stuff you put on your face to cut it up.
Oh my gosh, yes. I love it. Use this small stippling brush by E.L.F. also to blend out the contours. Alright, I'm going to set this with this Airspun Loose Face Powder. This is in the shade Translucent Extra Coverage. And I'm going to use the puff because I feel like the puff really helps keep my face in place and not slip and slide everywhere, so. Take this kabuki brush to kind of get this down here, and I'm going to knock off that excess powder. Alright, I'm going to really set the face. I'm going to do this technique called cooking your highlight. And what that is you just take like an under eye powder and you put it all the places you highlight, and you leave it there for a little bit. And by the time you brush it off, it's supposed to be more, I guess, defined than if you didn't. So I'm going to use this E.L.F. High Definition Powder in Correcting Yellow, which it looks really yellow when you first put it on. By the time you brush it off, it looks good. So. Okay, so I'm just gonna let them sit there for just a minute. I'm gonna do my brows and then I will brush it off. I'm gonna use the NYX Eyebrow Kit in Blonde. Just gonna use a spoolie to apply the wax that's in this to my eyebrows. So I just kind of use a mixture of the two powders in here. I don't really know if there's like a really certain way I do this. I just kind of fill them in the way I'm feeling that day. So we'll see how I'm feeling today. I'm just using this small angle brush. I don't even remember who this is by. Okay, next, I am gonna take, what am I gonna take? I don't remember. I'm just gonna take the Naked palette, the original one really quick. And I'm just gonna take the shade called Virgin, and I'm gonna use this as a brow bone highlight just to kind of add a little bit something more to my eye area. So on a normal day, it usually takes me about, I want to say about an hour sometimes to do my makeup because I do put a lot of effort into it. It's like my hair looks like crap all the time, but my eye makeup always looks good.
Would you say that it looks on fleek?
I would not say it was on fleek. Fuck, that worked. Okay, so back onto the eyes for now. I'm going to start off by lining the waterline with the Rimmel London Scandalous Eyes Waterproof Kohl Liner in black. This is probably one of the best drugstore eyeliners I've ever used. That's so pigmented and it's awesome. So I'm going to totally rim the eye. Tight line, waterline, inner corner. Alright, so it looks like her bottom waterline is pretty dark, so I'm going to take the shade Black Heart from the Naked 3 palette again, and with a thin brush, like, just going to take a brush like this, it's just a flat shader brush. I'm going to kind of smudge this eyeliner out with this. Okay, so while I'm thinking about it, what I like to do, this is a technique that I learned from Shen XO. She takes her eyelash adhesive and she puts it on something to set for a minute because it makes it easier to apply, so you don't have to just apply it to the lashes and then sit there for a minute waiting for it to dry. So I thought that was a pretty good idea, so that's what I'm gonna do. And the eyelash glue I like to use is the Duo eyelash adhesive in the dark tone, just in case y'all are wondering. And I'm gonna go ahead and curl my eyelashes and apply mascara. Alright, I'm going to use two mascaras. The first one I'm going to use is by Urban Decay. This is in Perversion. So,
It's what?
it's called Perversion. I'm just going to apply a good coat of this. Second mascara I'm going to use is the Rimmel Scandalous Eye Mascara. And I feel like this just kind of adds more to my lashes because that Urban Decay one doesn't do as much for them as this one does. So, but I like how they work together. So, that's why I'm using them both. I'll let that dry and I'm going to go back to the face. Eyes are pretty much finished except I just have to put lashes on them, so. Okay. I look a little bit silly with my hair tucked behind my ears. Didn't realize that until just now. Okay. So I'm going to start off with bronzer. I'm going to use this Wet n Wild Color Icon Contour Palette. I'm going to use the bronzer side. I'm going to use this retractable, what's it called? Bronzer brush by Real Technique to apply this. And since I don't feel like that's enough, I'm going to take this E.L.F. Contouring blush and bronzer powder. I'm going to take the contour or the bronzer in that, and I'm going to use a Real Techniques contour brush and try to define my cheekbones more. For blush, I'm going to take this, I just got this and I've only used it a few times, but I like it so far. It's this little E.L.F. blush palette, and it comes with 4 different blush colors. And I thought that this color would be really good because it kind of looks like, she doesn't have like a pinky toned blush or anything like that, so. And this stuff is incredibly pigmented. Just a little dab does a lot, so you don't want to really get it in there. You're gonna have clown face. Just an FYI. I'm going to do a highlighter. I don't remember what this is called. I just know it's by Wet n Wild, and I have it in a different container because it broke out of the other container, and that container broke, so that's why I'm not showing you guys. But it's by Wet n Wild, and it's like the pinky toned one. Once again, I'll put it down below because I don't remember what it's called. So
you're going to be writing that shit.
Okay, I'm going to move back onto the eyes really quick since we're almost done. I'm going to go on to lashes. The lashes I'm going to use are by the brand Kiss, I guess, and this is in, or is it True Volume? I don't know, but these are in Ritzy, so maybe I should have opened this before I did this video. So just in case, I'm going to go over the lash band just so I can feel like you can't see it very much. I'm kind of paranoid. I'm just going to take a little bit more of that inner corner color I used. And the very last thing I think I'm going to do is the lips. So I have 2 really cheap little lipsticks that I'm going to use for this. So, is that all I need to do? Yeah? Okay. So the first lipsticks, they're kind of similar in color, but I think they work really good together. These are both by Wet n Wild. The first one is in the shade Cherry Bomb, and it's just a black cherry color, so it's a really deep red color. I'm going to start off by using a lip brush to apply this, because I think it's easier. lipstick is in the shade Black Orchid or Orchid. Black Orchid. And it's a similar color, but it's just a little bit lighter, I think. And it's got like a, I don't know, I just think that it goes good together, so. I'm just using a little bit of concealer to clean up the edges so it's not looking so ugly. If you are using a lipstick that is matte, you can skip this part, but since that last lipstick I used is more glossy looking than I thought it was, I'm just going to take a little bit of powder and use that to mattify that, because in the picture her lipstick looks matte, so that's what I'm going to use that. Alright, and the last step to this is you can just set your makeup if you're going to wear this all day. So I'm just going to use this E.L.F. Make It Mist and Set because I've been using a crap ton of E.L.F. products anyway, so I thought, why not? So yeah, that was my Rihanna inspired makeup tutorial. So if you liked it, then please give it a thumbs up. Is that how that works? Thumbs up. And if you really liked it, then you should totally subscribe for more videos. I guess it was. Alright, so next I'm going to take the shade Limit from this palette. Don't.
Oh.
No! Why? Can we just talk about, for a second, how much it annoys the hell out of me when people say fleek instead of on point?
On a scale from 1 to 10, how much do you hate fleek?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I hate probably 9 because I hate Bay worse. Bay is a 10. Oh, don't feeling. I'm high on belief. Sorry, I'll stop. Don't put that in there either. Deuces. No. How does makeup look on camera?
Fleek.
Just say whatever.
Just say whatever.
Okay.